Good morning. Cross of Holy of Holy of the roof of Shivat Netiv Aryeh. Malke Bina, Aharon Bina. We present both of us. America making Aliyah, born in Israel in the farm, moved to Yerushalayim in 1953.
That's my husband, not me.
Moving to Yerushalayim, we moved to Mitzion Hotel, where is the building was old hospital. We thought to discuss it now. Live cross from the Jordan station. The welcome to Yerushalayim was my little sister screaming in the middle of the night. We got shooting to the room. We all went on the floor, shut the light, and anything else we did is history. For me, for my wife, Jerusalem Day, Yom Yerushalayim, זה היום עשה אדוני, נגילה ונשמחה בו, is not just כ"ח באייר, 28th באייר, it's every day. Living in Yerushalayim, from 53, calling every day to the bus to go to school because they are shooting. And now to be here, I still remember when my father took us, like everybody used to go, of Mitzion, above Kever David, on the top, and my father used to hold me and said, Aharon, look straight, you see the kotel. And I used to say, Abba, you don't see anything. If we didn't see anything, Aharon, look well, don't see anything. To live the miracle as now, we are every day, we are excited every day. We live in the Jewish quarter, cannot be more simcha from this. To live in Jewish quarter is not easy, but spirituality, you're in seven heaven every day. In 1967, when my father came to me, a day before the war started, and he told me how many graves they built for the army in Mount Herzl. And he told me his will when he came to say goodbye to me in Ponovich. He said, look like we're going to die. And he gave me all his will. A few days after we got to Yerushalayim, and then we came Shavuos. I came from Yeshiva, back home, going all together from Beit Vegan, walking to the Rova, everybody kai, every day Hallel is still Hallel. All Yerushalayim maybe got killed less than 10 people, not talking soldiers. Who thought it would be like this? The miracle is so special and so big, and now today the Jewish quarter, when my father started Yeshivat HaKotel 1967, across from here, used to be a building. What kings of Morocco gave a high school building to kings of Jordan. And coming afternoon, by lunchtime, Erev Tisha B'Av, and the door is locked, tricking the army, tricking the government in Yerushalayim with the help of Rav Shaya. Going did some fake papers, and I remember my father kicking the door open, and he said like this in his speech, God gave us the old city, give us the Koisel, give us Yerushalayim. What we giving back to Kodesh Baruch Hu? And he said we have to give back Torah. And from this developed everything. All the Torah you have in the Jewish quarter developed in my father's house, 1967, with 12 guys from Netiv Meir. Continue, be proud. Please come to visit Yerushalayim, come to live in Yerushalayim, not to be like Shlomo Auerbach used to say, when Mashiach come, American come, take picture and go back. Live in Yerushalayim, live at Yerushalayim. A Jew without Yerushalayim is not Jewish. Like I said every time, if I have to move out of Yerushalayim, I am moving to Boston, Massachusetts. Chag Sameach, love you, enjoy and remember Yerushalayim. If you're not lucky to live here, not lucky to live, to come to visit 24/7. It's like Kodesh Baruch Hu, like Yerushalayim, like you remember the Holocaust, you remember Tashach, you remember Ben Gurion. All these things you have to remember 24/7. Chag Sameach.
Hi, Chag Sameach, Yom Yerushalayim Sameach. My husband's an Israeli, so he came to Yerushalayim from the other part of Yerushalayim. But I came from Baltimore, Maryland, guys, women, everybody. From Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm here over 50 years. We could all do it. If I could do it, we could all do it. And it's just been marvelous. We came when I walked down, 1967, it's a big year, walked down with the Israeli flag, with my high school graduation, came to Mechlala, fell in love with Israel. I remember the first time we didn't know how to go to the Kotel. People didn't know where it was, how to tell us how to go. We went to the Kotel through Mitzion. We got lost. And finally we made it to the Kotel. It was so amazing to come back, to be part of history. And we can all embrace Yerushalayim, embrace Am Yisrael, embrace the return, embrace HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's just amazing. And also my life, I think, has been, in addition to my family and everything else in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, also dedicated to women's Torah learning. And I want to share with you a short Dvar Torah that I said in honor of Yerushalayim, I think about 35 years ago. It was one of the years I was teaching Gemara Shabbat, and it was Yom Yerushalayim, and I didn't want to cancel this year in Gemara Shabbat, yet it was Yom Yerushalayim. You have to say something in honor of Yerushalayim. I looked in Gemara Shabbat for a Mishnah, Gemara connected to Yom Yerushalayim, connected to Yerushalayim, and I found it. It was in the 6th parak. I think I was in the 5th parak. I skipped ahead a little bit with my students, and we came and we learned about the beautiful piece of jewelry that Rabbi Akiva gave his wife. I just want to mention this Gemara speaks about if it's permissible for a woman to go out with jewelry on Shabbat. Is it carrying or is it not carrying? And before we get to the piece of jewelry, we're told that many types of jewelry are like clothing and they're allowed to be worn. Yet special pieces of jewelry, we're concerned that the woman will take it off and show it to her friends, and then she'll be carrying. She'll go 4 amot in the public domain or from the private to the public, and then it'll be full carrying. Then she could come to full carrying. She would, if she just wears it, meanwhile she's not carrying, but she could come to take it off and show it to her friends, and that would be carrying, which is rabbinically prohibited. And full carrying would be if you actually carry something, not if you wear the piece of special jewelry that you might carry. Full carrying carries with it the punishment of bringing a korban chatat. If it's done unintentionally, you would have to bring, if you don't know, you forget it's Shabbat, you forget the laws of carrying, you would have to bring a korban chatat. Okay, let's get to the piece of jewelry. This is a very, very special piece of jewelry. Rabbi Akiva, 24,000 students, 24 years he's learning in the Beit Midrash. He comes back to his wife who for 24 years has been sleeping on hay, and before they left, he knew that his wife was encouraging him, was sending him to learn. You have to learn, Rabbi Akiva. She had, I guess, a light color hair, and there was straw in her hair. And he said, one day when I'll be able, when I'll have the means to do it, I want to buy you. This is gold. It's the gold of Yerushalayim. I want to buy you a special piece of jewelry. And in the later years, when he came back, and his father-in-law, Kalba Savua, again recognized him recognized Rachel as his daughter, and Rabbi Akiva could finally buy that piece of beautiful jewelry for his wife. I want to read here from the Gemara, but can Rachel, and can any woman who has this beautiful piece of jewelry go out in the public domain? Would this be carrying? What is the halacha? And the Gemara says, my be'ir shel zahav. What is it? What is this piece of jewelry? The city of gold. Rabba bar Bachana amar Rabbi Yochanan, Yerushalayim dehava. Keda'aved le Rabbi Akiva lebeitu. It's Yerushalayim. It's not any city. It's Yerushalayim of gold, as Rabbi Akiva made for his wife. The Tosfot and the Ritva understand this as a tiara. Rashi sees it as like a pin, but a tiara. Let's take the Tosfot's reading. A tiara. Right? It's a tiara. Tiara could be a regular piece of jewelry, like a hat, and you walk out in the public sphere with this. It's something you're wearing. Or is it not? Or are we considering it a special piece of jewelry? Maybe she can't go out. So here, the Gemara, right? We have to ask the question. Okay. And not only are there 2 answers, as we might think, but there are 3 opinions here. Tanu Rabbanan lo tetzei isha be'ir shel zahav. She should not go out. Im yatzta chayevet chatat. If she wears it, she's fully carrying. It's not just she might take it off and show it, but wearing it on her head is full carrying. This is this says Rabbi Meir. Chachamim omrim lo tetzei v'im yatzta p'tura. She shouldn't go, but she would be exempt from the karban. She's only rabbinically prohibited lest she show it to her friends. Rabbi Eliezer Omer yotz'a isha be'ir shel zahav lechatchila. It's not a problem. She could wear it. It's not a problem. We're not worried she would take it off. She can just wear it all the time. One little piece of jewelry, this beautiful Yerushalayim shel zahav, as we see here, Yerushalayim shel zahav, one small piece of jewelry. 3 opinions. Is it carrying on Shabbat or is it not carrying? Is it fully carrying? Is it carrying that she might come to carrying? Or can she wear it lechatchila and it's not carrying at all? Yerushalayim shel zahav. But my kamiflage, so the Gemara asks, right, a question many times, what's the point of their argument? Rabbi Meir, who said it's full carrying, says masui, because he sees it as a burden, something extra. Right? Usually you wouldn't wear a tiara, it's heavy on the head, it's something extra. It's not just a piece of jewelry, it's full carrying. Rabbanan savli tachshitu, dilma shalfa umachvele, ve'atye latuye. Right, Chachamim see it as a special piece of jewelry, which is so beautiful. She may want to show it, take it off, and show it to her friends, so she might come to carrying. Rabbi Eliezer Savar, Mandar Kalemefak Be'ir Shel Zahav, Isha Chashuva. Whose way would it be to wear this piece of jewelry? Which husband gives this to his wife? Which wife would wear this piece of jewelry? Which woman? Isha Chashuva. Isha Chashuva lo mashlefei umachvei. And a righteous woman, a worthy woman, does not take it off. She wears it all the time. 3 opinions. How do we see it? Is it this tiara, something extra, something, a burden? Is it a regular piece of jewelry that she might come to taking off because it's so beautiful? Or not a problem. She's used to wearing it. She knows the laws of Shabbat, she won't take it off. Now, and I was thinking about these different opinions. It's not only the piece of jewelry, it's also how we relate to Yerushalayim. How we relate to Yerushalayim. Unfortunately, Masoi, some people see Yerushalayim as a burden. Yes, I'm living here over 50 years. It's not easy. But it's ours. It's ours from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, the promised place, the place that David fought for. I'm not going to go into all the details, right? Yerushalayim, Yerushalayim. It's ours, and this is where we belong. To see it as a burden, this is one way. We have to be realistic. We should, right? Some people see it as a burden. Others, it's a special piece of jewelry, but why are they wearing this? They may come to show it to friends. They want to show off. It's something external, right? They may come to carrying. They may come to take it off and show it. It's something external. It's not the value of Yerushalayim itself, and that's why you wouldn't be allowed to carry it. But Rabbi Eliezer, the Isha Chashuvat, right? Depicted by the righteous, the virtuous woman, the knowledgeable woman, and that's the Yerushalayim that we don't take off. She knows that Yerushalayim you don't take off. It's always with us. It's always with us. We have right here the Kotel, the Beit HaMikdash, the Lishkat HaGazit, everything, the Torah, the Avodat Hashem. It's not only something we flaunt and we show. We brag to other friends, we boast about. It's something internal. And therefore, it's not a problem. Yerushalayim is something, Sechatz v'Shalom, it's not a burden. And it's not something we only flaunt. We're very happy and we tell our friends, but it's not something we flaunt and that's external. It's internal values. It's in it, right? We can also have the jewelry, but the jewelry has to, along with it, the internal values of what Yerushalayim has represented. Yerushalayim of Torah, Yerushalayim of Avodat Hashem, Yerushalayim of justice, Yerushalayim of peace, Yerushalayim of that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given to us for holiness, for worship to Him, for all the generations. Happy Yom Yerushalayim. Thank you.